On today's episode, I'm releasing two brand new 3 Series pedals into the wild, wild universe of guitardom. It's the Harmonic Tremolo and the Octave Reverb. These are $99 a piece. We're going to jam on them. I'm going to teach you where the sounds came from historically. And honestly, I'm so pumped. I mean, I know I own the company. I'm buying. Can I get a couple of these a piece? Yeah. There's some gifts I need. Gotta get ready for Christmas. Make it 3 a piece. 3 a piece. Yeah, cool. Let's do this. Come on. Come on. Nothing more exciting than releasing brand new pedals into the wild, and this 3 Series has been really special. We dropped it in October of 2020. This is right when Addison started working here, right, Addison? Just after. Like, this is monumental. So we dropped 7, then we dropped some more, and we end up with, if my math is correct, with these 2 releases, we're at 13. So we got the original batch has the chorus, the overdrive, the other batch is like phasers, flangers, and now we got these 2. Octave Reverb and Harmonic Trem. These are the 2 most requested effects in the history of Earth, or at least like our inboxes. Maybe not the Earth thing. So we're gonna show these off. And really, if you think about this, again, I'm doing math here for you. I'm not skilled at math, but I'm using my phone, I'm calculating it out. There are currently 13 3 Series pedals that span all effects and even give you some options within certain effects like drives. At $99 a piece, you could buy 13 of these and have almost every effect known to man for $1,287. I've never felt more like an infomercial. But what I need to say to you, that's like 6 cups of coffee. Let's jump right into this and let me show you the pedals.
Where are you getting your coffee?
Let's move on. Let's look at Harmonic Trem first. This is a really cool effect that gets its name from the way that it sounds. So around 1960-61, Leo Fender has this tremolo circuit in some of these very early Fender amps. And it's a peculiar circuit because the tremolo in it is almost like 2 tremolos and they're phasing, and it's causing this really interesting sound that is not the traditional on and off sound of a tremolo, which is just volume. This is doing that tremolo sound, but at the same time, there's this phasing effect to it, and it has been labeled the harmonic tremolo effect. So we put this in the pedal. It's been super requested, and it's a really fun way to get a different, unique tremolo sound and even a univibe type sound in one box. So let's start off and look at the features. You have a type switch. So this switch, when it's down, it is harmonic tremolo. I'm gonna play that for you. This is the clean signal. We'll turn it on, the true bypass on and off. So that's the harmonic setting. And when you flip this up, it's normal tremolo. So I'll go back down to harmonic and I'm gonna show you the controls. You have volume, which will give you a lot of volume boost if you need it, or cut. Full cut. Good amount of boost. You can overdrive an amp with it if you find that necessary. Then we have rate. That's just the speed, and this LED, the on and off LED, will correspond to that. So as I speed it up, watch that light. Let's go as fast as we can. Slow as we can. That's sloth slow. Let's jump in the middle somewhere here. I like kind of almost slow, but not slow. That kind of pulse. And then you have depth, which is the amount of tremolo that is heard versus the clean effect of just the guitar. All the way up. This is where you get the univibe type sounds. And then if I flip this up, we have the normal tremolo that you've all heard a million times, but it's super usable. And this is a really good way to have both in one affordable small package. Let's do a jam. Was like if Paul McCartney joined Creedence Clearwater Revival and they had the JHS 3 Series Screamer. So I used that on there, and I kind of attempted that fabled Dumble tone. So think about Paul McCartney playing a Dumble with Creedence, but it's like the meters rhythm section. That was an unnecessary amount of info for you to know about, but that's what was going through my head. And the Harmonic Trem was set up with this kind of setting where it feels like a univibe, and it made it real easy to get funky. We went to Funky Town. So this next jam, we're not going to go to Funky Town. On this jam, I'm going to flip the type switch up. So standard tremolo, but it's going to be slightly fast and really choppy, more of a square wave thing, because I'm going to turn the depth up. I'm going to leave the screamer in the exact same settings. Like, I'm just to see what happens. And my thought here is it's Tom Petty, but it's Neil Young, and Jerry Garcia shows up. And the Jerry Garcia moment is I go to the neck pickup and I have the tone rolled all the way off. And because of how choppy the tremolo is, I'm gonna fake like an envelope filter sound with a tremolo. I think I can do it. I think I can. Choo choo. That's a train reference.
From the little engine that
Yes, that's what that is.
I get it. That
yes.
was good.
Next up is the Octave Reverb. So this effect comes from the invention of a certain sound that Brian Eno created in the early 80s or late 70s. And it is this effect where you have a big digital reverb, but in the decay or the trail off of that reverb, you have octave effects blended in. So you're playing your guitar, there's not an octave on that path, but on the decay only of the reverb, you have octaves. And this is popularized as the term shimmer. Now, we didn't call it shimmer because a lot of people don't know what that is, and it is literally an octave reverb. And in the theme of the 3 series, this is a harmonic trem that makes harmonic trem, and this is an octave reverb that makes octave reverb. So we're just keeping the names really simple. Let me walk you through it. The switch is super simple. When you're down, the octaves in the reverb are low octaves. It's the low octave. When you're up, it's a high octave. So I'm just gonna strum an E minor here. Let me take the decay all the way up. So there's a low octave in here. Let's turn the octave all the way up. well in with my volume knob on my guitar. Now, if I flip the switch up, it's going to be the high octave. So let's do that. Same setting, but up. And this is the amount of verb. So just to be crazy, I'm going to max everything out. I'm a little scared. Pull the octave all the way out. You get the idea. Let's jam on it. That jam was the sound of Friday Night Lights, that show. Is it Clean Eyes, Big Hearts, Pure Hands? Is that?
Close enough.
But it's rugby. So it's not in Texas. It's in Brighton. And they're playing rugby. And they have Clean Hands, Big Eyes, and Pure Hearts. And I used the screamer. And I put the toggle up on that. So it's the LED clipping, which is a little chunkier. Made it pretty bright. Lower drive setting. Octave was all the way up in that jam, so it was huge, and then the decay is pretty high as well. Let's do another jam where we take it down low, down on the DL, the down low octave, the DL. Down low, get it?
I get it.
Down low.
You did.
Let's keep
job.
it. Let's low.
Let's jam.
Let's go low.
This is great word.
Low.
You're doing good with words.
It's clear eyes, full hearts can't lose.
Can't lose!
On that jam, I had it in the octave down. Again, everything kind of turned up because honestly, I'm not going to use this in a subtle way. If I'm using Octave Reverb, it's going to have a lot of octave. You can go watch other demos that get into the subtleties. I just use the pedals like I would use them, and then you can love or hate that. I'm okay with that. You have the Verb here, octave, decay. Everything's pretty high. And then I put the 3 Series Fuzz, which is my take on a 2 transistor fuzz face, tone bender 1.5 kind of topology. And I put it on the wrong side of the reverb. That's the name of my next album, Wrong Side of the Verb. I put reverb and then the fuzz after it because I wanted to take this bias control and I wanted it to gate everything off and like crap the whole signal out in a solo section. So I use this as a fuzz gate pedal. And then I turn it off at the end and I place some clean slide that's better than anything Rhett Shull will ever be capable of doing.
Sick burn.
Super excited to get these out into the wild. Again, $99, Harmonic Trem, Octave Reverb, really versatile, really affordable, made here in Kansas City. And we're really proud of that, you know? The economy of scale, keeping the feature sets the same enclosures. We've gone through all this on the original release video, but yeah, it's really fun to make a $99 pedal that's made here in the US, and we're thankful that you looked at these. Also, there's all the other ones, so there's literally 11 more. Just Google JHS 3 Series, ask your local dealer, go to our website, whatever, check them out. It's really versatile, and like I said, you know, you could have all 13 for around 6 to 8 cups of coffee, and I think if you make that decision today, then your tone will just change for the better. Yeah, let's go to record time.
Where are you getting coffee?
It's the coffee. It says the coffee place on the door.
You're being bamboozled.
It's good though. I'm really crunk from it right now.
I can tell.
In 1966, a lot of stinking awesome stuff came out. The Beatles' Revolver kind of changed the game. The Fuzz Face. You got the Sam Ash Distortion Fuzz Box, the first hard clipping pedal maybe ever. I could go all day. 66 is a big, big year. You got the Mark II tone bender, the Vox tone bender, but you also got the good and the bad and the ugly soundtrack. Spaghetti Western. If you want to hear some tremolo, if you want to hear some music that doesn't bore your skull to death, put this on, because I know you're tired of everything. You're tired of all music. You've heard it all. This morning you were listening to Katy Perry. I heard you switch over to Metallica. Now you're listening to Presidents of the United States, but you need to be listening to this right here. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The genre of spaghetti western. Reverb and tremolo, and a bunch of just crisp guitars.
Do it.
Thanks so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you are interested in visiting these 2 pedals at a dealer near you and watching other demos of people demoing them in more detailed fashion. Anyway, the Octave Reverb and the Harmonic Trem, 99 bucks a piece, couple cups of coffee, no big deal. I'm excited for these, and in the comments below, let me know your favorite jam we did. Let me know which of these 2 you like the most, and if you own a 3 Series pedal from the other previous 11, let me know that as well. And what else? Oh, you can jam with us on BandLab. So do that in the description below. You can click the link. It'll go to these 4 jams and all the other jams we've done in the past. You can jam along with us. So hit like, subscribe, click the bell icon to get notifications, and have a wonderful day. Bye.